Hello dear friends, very good morning. The topic that I have selected today to discuss is photorespiration. So today we will see this topic and see, before discussing this topic we need to have general knowledge of a very important enzyme which is Rubisco, and we have seen this Rubisco enzyme in the Calvin cycle. This is the flow chart of Calvin cycle, and Rubisco enzyme is doing carboxylase activity here. This is the Rubisco enzyme, and it is doing carboxylase activity, and the substrate molecule RUBP, ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate, is being converted to the 3-phosphoglycerate, and carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is incorporated in this reaction, and it is the dark reaction of the photosynthesis, that is carbon dioxide fixation. So the same enzyme, this Rubisco enzyme is doing oxygenase activity in the photorespiration or C2 cycle that we are discussing today. So this enzyme is the key. This Rubisco enzyme is the key. Let's see its full form. So Rubisco stands for ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate. Ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate carboxylase or oxygenase. Okay, so this enzyme performs both activity, carboxylase activity as well as oxygenase activity, depending upon the circumstances. In the Calvin cycle, when carbon dioxide was being fixed, so this enzyme was doing carboxylase activity, and here in the photorespiration, the same enzyme will perform the oxygenase activity. Now the question is, why this Rubisco enzyme is performing oxygenase activity in the photorespiration. Okay, so this is the Rubisco enzyme's carboxylase activity. Base substrate molecule ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate, and here enzyme is Rubisco. And as you can see, this carbon dioxide is fixed, and the intermediate which is unstable intermediate which is synthesized in the Calvin cycle is this, and this carbon dioxide is here in the carboxylic group. This intermediate is very unstable and subsequently break down into the two molecules of 3-phosphoglycerate. Now we will see how this Rubisco enzyme incorporates oxygen, utilizes oxygen rather than carbon dioxide. Okay, so this is the scheme of photorespiration or C2 cycle. See, there are plants found in temperate region like tobacco, bean, barley, rice, wheat, oats, beet. So in these plants, this photorespiration is observed, photorespiration is operated. Tobacco was the first plant in which photorespiration was reported. So when there is dry and hot weather, and sunshine is very intensive, means there is bright days. So to avoid water loss, plant closes its stomata. Okay, so when stomata are closed, but the photosynthesis is going on as there is sunshine, but stomata are closed. So the oxygen which is made in the process of photosynthesis does not leave the plant body, and oxygen concentration inside the plant, this oxygen concentration inside the plant increases. And this is the key. When oxygen concentration increases, the Rubisco enzyme, this Rubisco enzyme starts working as oxygenase. It was previously doing carboxylase activity when there was carbon dioxide in the Calvin cycle, but here when oxygen concentration is high, this enzyme deviates its proper function and it starts working as oxygenase activity. And you can see in this cycle here the Rubisco enzyme is catalyzing the reaction, and this is the substrate molecule ribulose. Let me zoom it. Okay, so this is the substrate molecule ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate, and Rubisco's oxygenase activity adds oxygen, and this 2-phosphoglycolate and 3-phosphoglycerate is made. 2-phosphoglycolate is the first molecule of this cycle, photorespiration. Hence this cycle is also called the glycolate C2 cycle. Okay, because this is 2 carbon compound, 2-phosphoglycolate, as you can see, carbon 1, carbon 2, 2 carbon compound. Hence this cycle is also called C2 cycle. Okay, and the same cycle is also known as glycolate Salvage pathway. Glycolate Salvage pathway. Okay, so this is called glycolate Salvage pathway because this glycolate, 2-phosphoglycolate, which is made in this cycle is not needed by the plant. Okay, so this phosphoglycolate is recycled in some way to make the useful thing, which is 3-phosphoglycerate. Finally it is converted into the 3-phosphoglycerate, and this will be used in the Calvin cycle. Hence this cycle is also called glycolate salvage pathway. Means this glycolate has to be salvaged, has to be recycled by the metabolic process, which is the photorespiration. So this photorespiration is synonymously known as C2 cycle, glycolate salvage pathway. And why the photorespiration? Photorespiration because as the term there is photo, and this cycle only operates in the daytime, so it is called the photo term is used, and respiration term is used because as in the case of respiration we take oxygen and carbon dioxide is released. So something like that is happening here. The oxygen is being taken and carbon dioxide is released. Here in this cycle carbon dioxide is released. Carbon dioxide is okay. So just because of this homology, the respiration is used, but it's not a respiration, it's a photo respiration, something like that. And this all cycle operates just because of Rubisco's oxygenase activity, and because of Rubisco's oxygenase activity a unwanted product 2-phosphoglycolate is made, and it has to be recycled, and the whole this cycle is operated, is evolved in the plants. So in this cycle, as we can see, 3 organelles are used: chloroplast, peroxisome, and mitochondria. Chloroplast, peroxisome, and mitochondria, 3 organelles are used. Okay, as you can see. So let's see its scheme. The first step is ribulose oxygenase activity converts ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate into the 2-phosphoglycolate, and then this 2-phosphoglycolate is converted into glycolate. Glycolate enters in the peroxisome. This is peroxisome, this is mitochondria. So it's entering the peroxisome, and the subsequent reactions convert glycolate into glyoxylate, then glyoxylate into the glycine amino acid. This glycine amino acid enters in the mitochondria, and this glycine converted into the serine, another amino acid, and in this process this carbon dioxide is released. This carbon dioxide is released, and then serine is transported back into the peroxisome, and it is converted into hydroxypyruvate, then glycerate. Glycerate is transported back into the chloroplast, and this glycerate is converted to the 3-phosphoglycerate. Here 1 ATP is used. Okay, and hence it is called a wasteful process, which is not needed by the plant. But as we know, oxygen concentration has increased, so the Rubisco enzyme deviates from its proper function. But finally, this 2-phosphoglycolate is salvaged, and 3-phosphoglycerate, a useful product, is made, and it enters in the Calvin cycle, and everything goes fine. So in the evolution, this cycle, this pathway plant has evolved, and it is not needed by the plant. Actually, this 2-phosphoglycolate was not needed, unnecessary. This pathway was designed, was evolved to salvage this. But when there is extensive sunlight, extensive heat, to reduce photooxidation, this pathway was necessary. Okay, otherwise there would be damage to the plant, their proteins and structure. So this was all about the photorespiration. In the summary, we can just remember, because of high sunshine, high dry and hot weather, when stomata are closed, because if stomata will be open, water loss will occur. Okay, so if stomata are closed, oxygen concentration increases in the plant, as by the photosynthesis oxygen is continuously synthesized. So if oxygen concentration increases, so Rubisco enzyme, this Rubisco enzyme starts functioning as oxygenase. Okay, it starts functioning as oxygenase, and this oxygenase activity makes a product, the first product, 2-phosphoglycolate, which is not needed by the plant. Okay, and this 2-phosphoglycolate, a unwanted product, has to be recycled, has to be salvaged by this cycle, and finally to make the useful product, that is 3-phosphoglycerate, which is used in the Calvin cycle. Okay. Okay, so one question related to this topic, just one question I am asking. Oxygen consuming reaction. Okay, question is oxygen consuming reaction in situ cycle. Okay, question is oxygen consuming reaction in situ cycle operates in which organelle? So simply you can see in the chloroplast stroma, the oxygen is utilized. Okay, and second organelle, peroxisome, is also there, where oxygen is used. So the two organelles will be there, chloroplast stroma and peroxisome. In both of these organelles, oxygen is consumed. Okay, thank you.